All right, here we go. We got some funky fun facts for the audience today. We got some fun people in the audience today. We got Scott and Rachel hanging out. What?
It's a weird sentence. Go ahead. All right. Funky for the audience today.
Hey
we got an audience
Welcome
today.
back to the audience today. I want to start over, but I'm not gonna.
All right. What are the funky fun facts?
Jake, did you know that some cats are actually allergic to humans?
I did because Scott
Funky.
said, okay.
Yeah, majority of your brain is fat.
I have
funky.
Okay.
Oranges aren't naturally occurring fruits. What does that even mean? Let's see.
Unnaturally occurring?
They are not naturally occurring, meaning they are a hybrid of tangerines and pomelos.
Pomelos?
You know, those things. The things that you do at the gymnastics. And you're really good at the rings, but this guy's really good at pomelos. you do the pomelos?
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's like you're like talking to a Greek, like the first like Athens. It used to be called the pomelos.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you do in the Olympics? I do the pomelos.
I don't know if this is funny or I'm just laughing at Scott laughing at you. I can't tell if it's actually funny or not.
This is actually funny.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
All right, welcome back to the audience.
These guys,
they're in here and
listen, and they're having the time.
158 episode audience.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Here we are.
Brad, how long have you been awake today?
I woke up at 5:12 a.m.
Really?
Yep. That's what
you slapped yourself before we started recording, so I figured he probably didn't sleep in.
Yeah. Well, here's a fun fact. I know we've talked.
What kind?
This would be a putrid fun fact. We've talked multiple times on this podcast about like I've told you stories about my kids, and you're like, "That's good birth control right there."
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Here's another one. So I've been setting alarms every single morning. I've been back on the early morning train, which I like.
It's one of your favorite trains.
It's one of it, along with Soul,
and chocolate.
Snakes on a dang it. Chocolate train, along with Drops of Jupiter train.
There it is. Good.
So I said, "Hey, Soul Sister, 5:12 a.m."
Yeah.
And it was like coinciding with Rosie like waking up to nurse. And so Catherine, after you nurse the baby, you have to burp them before they go back to sleep.
Okay. I did not.
Yeah, so it's just like they need to get the air out or whatever. So she's like, "Do you mind just lying here for a second and burping Rosie?" And I was like, "Sure." And usually, like sometimes when they burp, they'll have a little bit of something coming out. I swear, like imagine like an Aquafina bottle, half the Aquafina bottle just like shot all over me, dude. Like I was like half asleep. I was like, maybe I'll sleep in till like maybe like wake up at like 6:15, and all of a sudden at 5:12, man, I mean. Just Iwo Jima just came. I don't know if that's a good
Iwo Jima? The Battle of Iwo Jima?
Yeah, I mean, just blood splattering.
Did you think that's a geyser? Do you think Iwo Jima is a natural?
Old faithful, old Iwo Jima. Yeah, I was trying to think of a good metaphor.
I love, Yellowstone. Actually, it's on an active volcano, and it's worth it. You every 45 minutes, you got to see Iwo Jima.
You got to see it. Vesuvius and Nagasaki is just crazy. So anyway, and like that woke me up, and I like Catherine was like half asleep, because Rosie was still making noises or whatever. And right when that happened, I just go, "Oh gosh, like get out of here." So anyway, Rosie felt better. She fell right to sleep. And I said, "I am getting up right now." So
good for you.
Here I am.
I also had some putridness on my face today. I was walking out of Trey's house, walking in my car, not a far walk, but enough time for there to be stuff on my face. Thought a bird pooped on my face.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining you were going to say.
Yeah. Which it's tough to ever get that confused with anything else, but that's what happened today. I was struck by what I think was a very moist leaf.
Moist, but it's
I've been seeing him more and more lately. I see him on the golf course.
I've been noticing.
Hold on a second.
Leaves these days are moist, guys.
No, there's a certain
the vultures are circling.
Hold on. There's a certain kind of leaf I've been seeing, or something in nature, naturally occurring. And
Scott, can you look up
Scott, look up.
leaves?
Let me describe this naturally occurring thing. So it's like a very like yellow orange like substance, and it is sticky as all get out.
Okay.
And it leaves this residue on you. I happened to be on the golf course. I was like, oh, that's on my hand. Couldn't flick it off, Brad. So it's stuck to my hand.
You're talking about the whole leaf you can't flick off?
Tiny
the
little
residue?
tiny little thing.
Okay.
Tiny little like a blade of grass almost.
We're not talking about the helicopter things, are we?
No. Actually,
Okay.
the whole time I've been saying leaf, imagine like a blade of grass. Like it's
Okay.
that size.
Okay.
And it is sticky and it is yellow
Okay.
and it is liquid. And I've been seeing it a lot. And that happened to my face today. And I regret bringing any of this up. I should have just let you run with the...
No.
I thought a bird pooped on my face. It was such a wet thing.
But did it stay on your face?
Yeah,
Like,
it stuck on me. And I was like, oh, it's just
like
that yellow
almost
thing from the
sappy?
golf course. Yeah, yellow sap.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything?
I googled naturally occurring moist leaves.
Naturally occurring moist
First
leaves.
thing that pulled up was Indian hemp.
It could have been Indian hemp.
I mean, Kansas is known. Shawnee. I live in Shawnee.
Shawnee.
Indian
Could
hemp.
have
Yeah.
been Indian hemp. I would have preferred Native American hemp, but still, Scott's learning.
Scott and I went. You know what our elementary school was called?
No.
Black Bob Elementary.
Goodness.
Black
Or the
Bob.
Black Bob Indians.
We were the Black Bob Indians. Yeah.
My goodness.
Chief Black Bob was like. I think he founded Olathe
Oh, okay.
back in the day. Oh. Yeah. So that's all like that chant actually came. It's called the realization chant. Like anytime somebody like it's like enlightenment. Anyway, I like people that are from out of town.
Brad, did you realize we can sterilize water with heat?
You want me to do one?
Brad,
Yeah.
I assume that was your name back in the day. Your name was still Brad back in the day. Not that much
yeah.
has changed.
Raging Brad.
Raging Brad.
Yeah.
Did you know we can eat some of these animals we've been shooting for fun?
Yeah! Oh! 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 Wow!
I think that's how they did it. I think that's and
If I would have done it again, guys, I would have said buffalo. But I didn't. So anyway, I don't know how. Oh, because it's probably the Indian leaf. Because we grew up.
sticky yellow.
Yeah, Black Bob.
Grass.
Anybody that's like, you guys went to a school called Black Bob? How does that?
That
Like,
was his
any
name.
out of towners, and I was like, that. I mean, that's what they called them.
It could
So-
have been honeydew secretion.
Also, when trees and plants
Sweat.
they cool themselves and can cool the surrounding air. So maybe that leaf was trying to cool you off.
No, that's not what it was. It was honey. I don't know what it was.
Okay,
Either
but-
way, a bird did not poop on my face.
I was gonna say, how much more thankful are you that, like how many times would you like that experience to happen over a bird pooping on your face? Like
every day of my life.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
like I'm
Every day
okay
of
with
my
that
life.
happening every single day.
Every day, 5:12. 5:12
Yeah.
a.m. There it is. Just every
I
ep-
muted it,
I don't. Obviously, you didn't.
and then I turned it. I had to turn it back on for the jingle. Sorry, my dad's texting me.
What's he saying?
He said, my dad loves to leave me a voice memo and then text me, "Hey, Brad, I left you a voicemail." He said, "Hi, Brad, I left you a message tonight. Does Hattie have a preschool graduation?" Yes, she does.
And if you listen to that voicemail, is it going to say, "Hey, Brad was just wondering, how do you have a
Probably
preschool
almost
graduation?"
the exact same thing. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
So what? So if I respond to the text, I don't have to respond by call,
Good. Yeah.
right?
You're
So-
right.
Anyway,
So you've been up 5:12 a.m.
yeah. What about
else?
you?
I think I was up kind of a normal hour. I woke up in New York City, baby,
Yeah.
and flew straight here, direct
Well,
flight, straight
You're
to.
not supposed to sleep in New York City
Why do you say that?
because it's the city that never sleeps.
I know.
So however the city acts, that's how you act.
Thank
So
you
like
for that
City of
explanation.
Fountains, I sweat all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So flew straight from New York, straight to Trey's house, recorded a podcast there, and then straight to the golf course, straight here. Now Scott's here. Now Rachel's here. Now you're here. Now I'm here.
Bada bing, bada boom. Breakfast.
So fun episode.
I heard that you almost did something else straight today on the golf course.
Oh, I was like, what does that have to do with Rachel? Yeah, almost. I got like, I don't know, an inch and a half away from a hole in one. Just kind of fun.
Kinda.
I don't know. I think Harris and Isaac were so excited for me that I feel like I didn't have to be that excited. They were like hooping and hollering. I was like, thanks, guys. Thanks for being so excited. Yeah, like, but dinged off the pin. And I was like, that was a fun noise.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it would have been cool. But I was like, still pretty close to the hole.
Yeah.
That's still good. That's what I was aiming for.
You texted Scott earlier, like in a group chat, and it had like the picture of like where the ball hit compared to the hole. And Scott goes, if he makes a hole in one before I do, I'll be so mad. So, and then Scott, like, to be fair, he goes, and he probably will make a hole in one before I do. So
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
Race ya.
Tell me about New York City.
I actually really enjoyed my time in New York City yesterday. I haven't been there since the pandemic happened, and it seems just much more open and spacious, less people. We were performing a block away from Times Square, which is cool, right across the street from Broadway.
Off Broadway.
We were off Broadway. Yeah. It was really fun. I didn't even know we were that close to Times Square. So I was just walking around. I was like, it's like 65. This is amazing. I'm walking around like, I'm pretty sure I'm in Times Square, which is embarrassing. This is the Stratford in me. I had to look at Google Maps and to confirm, I was like, okay, this is Times Square. I was pretty sure that's what Times Square looked like, but
you're like, I swear that's where the ball drops.
Like, I was like, but it's not just an actual square. So I don't know.
I mean, this kind of rectangular. Yeah. I don't know. Or like, Times Square, it's full of crap. Kind of like, was it Dumb and Dumber?
I figure the Rocky Mountains be a little rockier than this.
Yeah, John Denver's full of crap.
Yeah. So thankfully didn't have to ask anyone. Would have felt like an idiot. But
what were you by yourself? Just roaming?
Yeah, I did a lot of solo exploring the last 2 days. The first 3 days of the trip, just nothing but cold and rainy. And then the last 2 days were very sunny. Dude, I think I'm in love with Albany, New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Underdog.
All I know about Albany is that they're the capital. That's all I know.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
What do you love about
Well,
it?
I think it helped as it had been rainy and cloudy the 3 days before it. But I get out of the venue called the Egg. It's this like floating orb. It is an egg shaped thing.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Katie, I think, posted on her story.
Very cool looking.
Yeah, really crazy.
I went full boomer. I sent Rachel about 19 pictures of my day in Albany. I was like, look at this and look at that. You would love this tree. And oh, look at, whatever.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I think due to the cloudiness the day before, I walk outside and it was like, I don't know, like the Washington Monument, like lawn. I don't know how to describe it. Like pools, like where Jenny Gump runs through. It was like forest. Washington Mall. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, I was circling the word. But yeah, I mean, it's just the capital. So it's like really nice. There's like this old, like Victorian looking, like chapel looking thing that all these like, it also kind of looked like what I imagine North Korea looking like 4 buildings, all the exact same size, like all equidistant from each other.
Like very uniform.
Yeah. So it's like, that's kind of interesting.
There are also people marching a lot. All these soldiers.
You see what I mean? Like that right there. A little North Korea-ish.
What is that? That's the capital?
They said like, I don't know, empire buildings or something like that.
That's very North Korean. Empire training.
But really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so it was
really
nice.
cool.
So I walked for miles and miles around Albany by myself, explored, got lost a couple times. It turns out the McDonald's was below me. That was confusing. I didn't know you could go under the water.
I'm going to check out the local sites. I'm going to see all that there is to offer in Albany. And gosh dang it, am I going to get some Cineminis?
Yeah.
Big Mac.
We weren't in a very, whatever. It was the best option at the time. I had some work to do. And then, solo explored New York City as well. And it was really fun. I was texting Rachel so much and just like, this is fun. I don't know if it's as fun by myself as it would be if someone else is here with me, but it's still all right.
I was about to, before you said that, it is obviously fun when somebody else is with you, but I really enjoy doing stuff by myself like that. Like,
I don't know, exploring though.
Yeah, I mean,
exploring's so fun to have someone. You just need someone else to be like, "Do you see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I want."
Oh, nice, yeah,
yeah. That was weird.
I really like though, like especially because Catherine and I are obviously like so compatible but so different, and so like there's things that she is just so much more interested in than I am, and like when you're by yourself, you literally like walk in and you're like, okay, I get the vibe of this place and I don't like it. So I'm out of here.
I've always said, I think I've said on the podcast before, museums are the one thing I would do that by myself for sure.
Yeah.
You want to go at your own pace in museum.
Exactly. Because some things are like, I don't want to read this at all.
Yeah.
But I'm already 15, plaques in front of Catherine. So I can't go like too much farther. Eventually I just sit on a bench and wait for her.
Yeah, sure.
So anyway, but Yeah, how were the shows were good?
Shows are great. The DC. So typically what happens whenever there's a big break going into a show, I feel like we kind of forget what these crowds are like. And our first show back is normally like, whoa, that was awesome.
Slaps you in the face.
I still remember Boise. Boise was our first show after like 3 weeks, taking kind of a winter, like Christmas break. We came back feeling like we were Nate Bargatze in Boise. It was like, that is so loud.
Yeah.
So that was like the standard. And then we get to Washington, D.C. and it's like, man, that's way quieter, right? It was just like something about the venue. I think it's all like, it makes such a big difference the way the house is set up.
The acoustics are
just the acoustics of the building, because they were just so far away from us. And we all came away from it being like, man, I mean, the specials in a week and a half. I don't know.
Oh,
like
really?
we were all kind of dejected. Like,
which is funny because I bet they just enjoyed it just as much as just.
I know we say the same thing every night. I'm sure they loved it.
And you're probably like so not numb. Obviously, you're not numb. You just said Boise was crazy, but like you're just so used to like eruption that like, oh, this was like a good crowd. It wasn't like
it was just like borderline. Yeah, it was just different. But then like the next 4 nights were just amazing. Yeah. Wilmington, Delaware. Good really? Crowd. Okay. Yeah.
Biden showed up. No,
I don't know. There was someone in a mask up top. Could have been him.
Could have been him. Could have been. He's on the top of the food chain. That's what they say.
Kinda.
I don't
know. But yeah, the shows were all really, really good. I have other like specific stuff I can say, but
cool.
Yeah, they were really fun. I'm really excited for the special coming up soon. Should be a good time. By the time this comes out, it's already happened. So great.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I was listening to the podcast last week and you were like, yeah, by this time, like, you're like, I guess most of the shows were already recorded actually, or we've already performed. Actually, no, in New York,
tonight.
Yeah, it's tonight. And I thought to myself, like, it's crazy. Even like me, as somebody who's not in your shoes, is not like touring with you. I think I've become like, oh yeah, Jake's doing on tour again. But then I think about it, I'm like, it's crazy how many shows you guys have done.
Yeah, I think
do you know the number?
Someone was telling me, like one of Trey's agents I was talking to last night, I think we're at like 80 cities, and then a handful of double headers and even triple headers in like Royal Oak and Oklahoma City. So I mean, maybe 95 shows.
That's crazy.
Something like that. I don't know. Getting up there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, just the amount of. I was thinking that, like, I was walking down the steps last night in New York, and I was like, the amount of like different buildings I've been in,
right?
Just like different dressing rooms I've navigated, different showers. I've like, convinced myself that water is good enough. Like I don't need soap. It's hot water.
How that's kind of true though. What do you?
I know.
Honestly,
I think it builds up after a while. Like
of course,
yeah.
But like, well, I don't know. I think you're right. Obviously, you need soap eventually, especially if you have like literal mud on you or dirt or something. But like, if you go swimming every single day, what do you guys think? Yeah, girls. Okay, Rachel's blonde. Do you ever have you ever had like green hair from swimming too much?
Yes.
Really?
I have green hair shampoo in the summer.
Green hair shampoo.
Green hair shampoo in the summer.
My sister was blonde and is blonde still.
Congrats.
And yeah, I think she had green hair a few times.
It smelled funny.
Really? It smelled funky. Okay.
Funky hair, funky fun facts.
But anyway, I think
Green
that if I swam in the pool every day, I might not shower that often. As long as I'm not sweating like crazy.
Swimming's fun,
but
it's getting me excited to swim. Just being submerged is fun. You love being submerged.
I love being buoyant.
Yeah.
It makes me feel weightless.
Weightless,
baby.
Yeah.
I'm just fine in the pool, baby. I can't wait. We're actually doing swimming lessons with Hattie and Bo.
Whoa.
Like this month, Lifetime gives 4 complimentary with your really expensive membership, 4 complimentary
That's so nice,
swimming lessons. And so, but they need a parent to like for 2 and under, you need a parent to be with them. So me and Bo, we're going to learn how to swim together.
Good.
They're going to be like, I'm going to be trying to like tread water with them, and I'm going to be sinking. I'm like a 1 out of 10 swimmer.
Really?
I am not. I like passed the lifeguard test at camp, but it was such a joke. I mean,
oh, really? I feel like I knew people who threw up doing that.
Yeah, that's fair. People did throw up when I did it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was like, why are you throwing up? It was just like swimming laps, but it wasn't like, I don't know, crazy.
You didn't have to
fast.
like dive down and get a brick or something?
Yeah, you had to do that. Maybe I'm a better swimmer. I don't know. I'm a big boy. I just jump and I'm at the bottom. Like, what? It's not that hard.
You didn't even know you had to dive and get the brick. I found this brick when I touched the bottom.
Hey,
I jumped in. My foot hit something.
The lady's name was Carol. Hey, Carol. I don't know. Like, this is kind of a hazard. Do you mind just putting this on the side? Like, you're in.
Good, Brad. Good.
The hardest thing. Have you guys done lifeguard training? The hardest thing they make you do, like, if somebody ever has a neck injury, Like you have to jump in the water, like, and you have to be very careful not to like create a splash when you get in the water. And so that, can you imagine me trying to like,
You're like, why don't I just work on them once they're already out of the pool?
yeah, maybe
I'm more of a mouth to mouth guy.
I'm more of like a you hold them steady and I'll cannonball them out of it, like like catapult them out
Get
of
him
there.
towards the edge and let me jump in next to him.
Like it was like that was the one I think I had to redo like 5 times because you just have to like you have
How
to
did
like
you even-
very like shimmy in there. Like okay. And Carol's like, nope, too much of a splash. It moved, like it's like okay. And then it's like miserable for me to get out of a pool, dude. I hate getting out of
Really?
oh my gosh.
You know what's worse than getting out of a
Because
pool?
it's either like yeah, it's either like swinging the leg around or I have to go with the ladder. I have to be that guy. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Hey, no shame in the ladder game. That's okay. That's what
we
you got to
said,
do. Yeah. Have you ever had to get out of a foam pit, like a Sky Zone? That's brutal.
yeah, that's fair. There's exactly the not the foam pit, but there's also like a huge pillow thing at Urban Air or Sky Zone or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a blob?
No, maybe it's like a foam pit. Maybe it's like the same thing. But like my sister told me one time, she's like, FYI, do not try to jump in that thing. You know what I'm talking about? What would you describe it as?
It really is like, it's almost like a blob, but less inflated.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like springboard anyone if you jump onto it.
Right.
But if you get in there, yeah, you sink.
Yes. Like I watch like 12-year-old like boys. Like, I mean, I watch these 12-year-old boys. And I mean, I was kidding. I was like studying them.
I took a couple of videos just so I could see.
The lighting was almost like too bright in there over time. So I put some sunglasses on and I put a trench coat on and I just studied those boys. No, but yeah, like little, like 115-pound kids are getting engulfed in this thing. I was like, I will never come out of that.
Yeah.
I
Have a will and testament
done.
ready before you go
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
I
So-
Googled urban air pillow and I'm looking at one in Omaha and it looks suffocating.
Well, and the Omaha one is the worst.
There's
They're known
shucks
for
of
it.
corn in there.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
kind of hurts.
So anyway, wow. Okay, here we are.
How'd we get there?
I don't know.
Lifeguard swimming lessons? Buoyant.
Just,
Showers.
it's summertime, baby.
Yeah.
It's summer. Dude, speaking of summer,
It was so hot today. It was so humid. I got
it
sweaty.
was crazy hot. Last night we played our basketball game, and I don't think that there was an air conditioner on in the whole arena. It was
Okay.
crazy hot.
I'm ready to hear about the basketball game. The group text was, I mean,
It
it
was
was,
a fun
so
game.
fun, but so confusing. And I obviously was not there. I was performing off Broadway.
Right. Not the shoe store.
Not the, off Broadway shoes.
DSW, way better way better eruption there. Okay,
Do
so
you know Nick Mangold? Does that name ring a bell?
football player?
Yeah, he was at the show last night.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like a Pro Bowler. Scott, look it
Yeah.
up. What's his accolades? Look it up. We're trying to get Scott involved.
He's got a think
He
pad.
hosts the show too, I think.
He hosts a show. Figure
Scott
it out.
said he hosts a show. Figure it out,
Figure it
Scott.
out.
I
Let
don't want
us
your
know.
best guess. Figure it out. All right.
7-time Pro Bowl selection with the Jets.
Seven times.
7-time Pro Bowler.
What's he playing? He's a right guard?
He listens to me. I'm going to go center.
No, out of. Oh, okay, fine. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay, fine.
That's cool. I guess so. I guess if Scott says it. Okay, so yeah, we had our basketball game last night. So I believe as we were warming up, Scott was like you always look at the other team. You're always like kind of sizing them up and seeing if they look good or how tall they were. And I was really excited for this other team because there was a guy that was obviously going to be the guy I was guarding all night.
He had trouble with lifeguard training.
Exactly. He loves being buoyant as well. Like he had an inner tube with him.
Yeah.
And so, but I was like, okay, cool. And they only had 5 guys. And I was like, great. We only had 6, but like, I mean, that's fine.
And getting the 6, I don't know the story, but I think it might help to build the context. It took a lot to get Rustin there, right?
Right. Yeah. So Rustin, for his job, he goes to Houston like once every month or something like that. And
We should start doing that.
that'd be fun.
Top golf. Yeah, sorry for work.
Sorry,
once a
guys.
month,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go.
Just going on a corporate retreat.
Yeah, sorry.
They call it a retreat. You can't do it here. Yeah, but he was supposed to leave. Like he lives so far south, and like the airport is probably an hour and a half from his house. And so he was supposed to leave for the airport like 3:30 the next morning. And we had the latest game of the night at 9:30. And so yeah, I was like, Rustin, you have to come. If you don't come, we're going to not win. Like he's the best player. Honestly, we probably could have pulled it out without Rustin last night. But we get there and we're like, these guys look rough. Like they finally, like, because the rest of the league we've been playing in, the guys were really like
Pretty solid.
yeah, better than us. Like
Yeah.
definitely better in shape than us, whatever, all these things. I was like, we can beat these guys. We start out And I don't know what in the world happened to us, dude. Like I think the score to start the game was 19-4 them.
Okay.
They were just
10 minutes into the game.
And this is a team that sucks?
they suck. Like they were making shots at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
And we just couldn't. It was like comical. Like Rustin 2 different times, like the beginning of the game, like was like wide open under the basket and just missed layups.
Okay.
And like the rest of it, I mean, everyone was just struggling. Garrett hadn't gotten there until like right before the game. We were really worried he wasn't going to get there. So he didn't play for like the first 8 minutes. So maybe that's the correlation. But
that's the problem.
I think we kind of pulled it close near the end of the first half. Like it was like
you pulled one of the players close.
Yeah, we were just like, hey man, listen.
Hey,
that's the other thing is I tried to talk to did you hear me like trying to joke around with the guys? They did not think I was funny. Like they were not having it.
We should know better by now. People don't want to joke around at rec basketball games. It's hard.
Yeah, these guys, just were not fun. But at one point in the first half, we had old man ref again. So remember old man ref the very first week was like calling every single foul that like even if you don't touch the guy. Like we're just very bad at being a ref.
Thought he was confusing. I figured because he's asthmatic, I thought he was confusing his inhaler for the whistle. The way he was blowing on it.
He was just like every time you breathe, basically.
Yeah.
Inhale, exhale kind of thing. But at one point he calls a foul, and I think I don't know what maybe Scott said something, or I don't know what happened, but like, 10 seconds later, it's like, hey, don't cuss. Hey, you can disagree with my calls, but do not cuss. Do not cuss at me. And I think he was kind of talking to me, and I was like, I don't know who you thought cussed, but I guarantee you our team did not cuss. Like I guarantee you none of us said anything. That's not what we do. I didn't share the bridge with him or anything, but I was like, no, that's not.
Do you start it off a little bit? Like there's a separation.
Yeah.
And
like the wages of sin is death. Okay. Yeah.
God's over here. We're over here.
Like
how are we going to get to him?
The Roman road. So but it was like, you could tell.
That'd be fun to slowly share the gospel throughout the game. All right. I'm going to leave you there. And in the second half, I'm going to finish the story. All right.
I kind of like it. And Isaac's the Christ figure. He just like throws down on you. He's hanging there.
This is the
bread. Father, forgive them. No, but he was kind of like, you could tell the ref was just a little bit, I don't know, sensitive. He was on edge.
Okay.
And then it was the second half, right, when this happened? Yeah.
First half.
No, second half. Second.
I love that Scott knows what you're talking about.
Yeah. The guy missed the free throw on the other team. Isaac rebounds the ball, and this guy on the other team just yells, over the back.
Okay.
And immediately, boom, whistle, teed him up. I mean, and like the guy couldn't believe, he's like, for saying over the back? Like could not believe anything.
Well,
and this guy's like, you can't do that, man. You're out. And in our league, remember, like if you get a technical, you have to be out for 5 minutes. Do you remember that?
Oh.
Remember the guy like a couple of weeks ago I got technical.
Oh yeah, on the other team. Yeah, because that has happened to us.
But they had 6, like couple of weeks ago when that happened, they had 6 guys in their
forgot
team.
about that. Yeah,
These guys, they only had 5 guys. So we had a power play. It was 5 on 4 for 5 minutes. And all of it, I think we were down like 1 maybe when that happened. And we're like, okay, guys, like we didn't even, the funny thing was we didn't even like really strategize what to do on defense. We were just like, I don't know, just like try to steal the ball every single time.
Have Garrett go crazy.
Garrett and I both took turns just running around double teaming people.
Yeah, Garrett. Yeah. You guys were just hustling around. So anyway, and I tried to joke around with that guy. I was like, hey man, like you're not supposed to cuss. Like you're not, like you can't. This is Kansas City, Missouri. Like, you can't say back like that.
Yeah,
like,
don't say OTB.
Yeah, OTB. Like just abbreviate it or whatever. And then near the end of the game, jokingly, and this really put him over the edge.
Oh no!
Jokingly, I yell over the back. Did you hear me say that? And the guy that got the technical was like, he just said the same thing I said. It was awesome. But like, yeah, I mean, there were lots of little things. So I don't know. I was on like a little bit of a goofy kick last night anyway.
We all were.
Yeah, like the last 2 weeks they've been having rap music like over the like loudspeakers.
Yeah, I didn't like that last week.
Okay, it's even harder when the rap music stops like 15 minutes. Like when the game has 15 minutes left. What's that?
It's harder because the rap music stops.
The rap music stopped, and all of a sudden it was like really quiet. It was like, okay, this is awkward.
Sorry, you had to
but
go through
the
that.
last song was that "Praise God" by Kanye West.
Oh, I figured there's an inside joke. When you sent us that video, I was like, I don't get it.
Anybody that doesn't know it, let me impersonate it real quick. 6,000 words. Sit by your side. Sit down and wait. Wait a minute, sir. I was doing that the entire second half, dude. So like this guy gets a technical foul over the back, gets technical, and like I think Rustin or Luke's shooting the free throws, and I'm just like at half court, just being like, sit down, what? Sit down, right? The other team's just not having it at all.
Oh man, that's too bad.
But we're just messing around. We're being funny.
It sounds like you guys had a lot of fun though.
We had a lot of fun. And then I went out for like the last 4 minutes of the game. It was awesome. Like I was having so much fun. I went out for the last 4 minutes, and all of a sudden they like fouled like every single possession with like 1.5 minutes left.
Minute 50 left. They started.
How much were we up by? A minute 50. Minute 50. We were up by 8 points, and somehow what did we end up winning by? 3 points.
So it sounds like we made our free throws. I know.
No.
Yeah, I'm joking.
No, we actually did make the free throws.
That's the thing.
That's the crazy thing.
We almost lost.
Okay, but this is like the most classic like Scott thing ever. So first of all, before the last like shot, Garrett is on the line with. I think we were up by 1 point when Garrett was shooting.
I think we're up 2.
We're up by 1. Maybe I don't know. Honestly, I was talking to Peyton and Janiyah the whole time. But Garrett was shooting his free throws, and I was just in this goofy
How much
mood.
time is left when we're up by 1?
12 seconds, 15 seconds.
Okay.
It's like 30.
Sure. See, I couldn't see. But like I was in this goofy mood, so like purposely I decided, like as he's like about to shoot it, I go, "Let's go, Garrett!" And Scott, of course, being like, "Why would you talk during somebody's backswing?" He's like, "What are you doing?"
Garrett's on our team.
Yeah. And he makes the shot. And I was like, listen, Garrett can take it. You know, Isaac, the next time down, I was like, I'm not going to say anything to Isaac. But, you know, so then we were up by 3 points.
That's so fun.
They had the ball with like, and they shot it at half court. And this is the most classic Scott thing ever. The guy misses it. And what does Scott do? Like the guy misses it, like misses a buzzer beater to like go into overtime. What does Scott do? He laughs in his face.
I did not laugh in his face.
Yes, you do. You know how Scott does that? Like
I think I can imagine
you're
it.
playing pickleball and it's like an amazing point and Scott wins it.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's not like shoving it in your face, but Scott just like laughs out of excitement.
Yeah.
And every once in a while when you're on the other team, you're like, you know what, Scott, you can shut up.
I was just laughing because of the way the game finished. And like, well, Garrett, I ran a down and out for Garrett, and he just throws a laser to half court.
Oh yeah, I saw
it's intercepted by a guy. He throws
Inner
it
tube.
to another guy. Inner tube.
Yeah.
And then he chucks up a half court shot, and I was laughing because I had a perfect view of the shot, and I was like, "This is going in."
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be the craziest ending to a game ever.
And yeah.
And then he missed, and I laughed.
Isn't that the most classic Scott thing you ever heard, though?
It does kind of make sense. And it also makes sense because I was like, how's the game? And Garrett goes, I threw a pick 6. So it must have been that because
It was a pretty good pass.
I was pretty confused.
Terrible.
That was terrible. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of that one.
Threw it over the shoulder.
Anyway, it was
Why
was
were you guys
fun.
launching so many basketballs?
It was really bad at the end of the game. Like I don't think, like I didn't realize, I wasn't watching the score. I was literally just like I was getting to know Peyton on the sideline.
Good.
Asking questions about her. And
Wait,
and then,
while you were in?
No.
Oh,
I was out for like the last 4 minutes. That's honestly, I mean, direct correlation.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I think Scott was like, "We're only up by 2 points." I was like, "What?" The way we're acting, like we seem like we are just dominating these guys. But anyway, all that to say, on a normal week, I think we beat that team by 30 points,
At least.
and we barely beat this team. So
Dang, that sounds so fun though. I wish I could have been there.
yeah, and then freaking Isaac and Luke were like, "Man, that was not fun at all. I'm so ready to go home." I was like, "Why are you guys being buzzkills about this? I had fun."
It sounds
So,
fun.
Yeah, we had fun. So I was sweating like crazy. Scott did a great dad joke. I was wearing like the same red shirt I've always been wearing this like whole season. And Scott goes, "I'm going to start calling Brad Maroon 5 because he's like all these different shades of red."
That's a good one.
I'm like, "Good one, dude." Anyway,
You're like, what? Delivery's totally off.
totally botched it. But anyway, it was a great time. We had fun. So
Dang. That is really fun.
You going to be there next week?
I would be, but we don't have a game this Monday.
That's right.
Graduation.
Probably.
So yeah, it's a bad week to invite Ghostrunners to come to your basketball game.
So
is
if anyone
this
wants
week?
to just come, just in case.
Yeah, this Monday, high school graduation going on. But yeah, next week will be fun.
Yeah, it's funny. I like actually at Hy-Vee last night, I felt a little bit of nostalgia because it was really hot and like it felt like that same game from last summer. So, cool. So
how does that work? I feel like when it gets humid outside, all of a sudden inside is also humid. How's that happen?
It feels that way especially when you play basketball. It feels that way.
It feels like the inside knows that it's like humid
gone
outside.
Through the vents. It's like, yeah.
Seriously, something's at play here.
Do you have a computer that you're going to Google this?
Hey, Scott, Rachel,
What's
figure it out.
Figure it out.
How come
humidity inside versus outside?
in summertime, humid indoors?
in summertime?
Something like that, maybe. Put a question mark in the search.
I like learning how different people Google things because like you Google things in like complete sentences sometimes, don't you?
I don't know.
Like if you were like where like what do skunks eat?
Oh yeah,
or something like that. I would look up like skunk diet or something like that.
Huh?
What? Humidity is higher in the summer because warm air holds more moisture. Air that is 68 degrees can hold 10 times more water than air that is 32 degrees.
Brad, is this sounding like this is answering the question at all?
Are you just throwing out facts that are kind of irrelevant? Kind of throwing us off the scent?
Just like adjacent facts.
Fact adjacent.
The humidity today was 34%.
And that's 10 times more than if it were only 66 degrees. But 5 times less than if it were 32 degrees in Canada because they use Fahrenheit.
Stan's heating and AC can install a dehumidifier for you.
We're getting further away from the answer.
Okay.
I have a story that I meant to say last week on the podcast, and I forgot. Do you mind if I say it now?
Please do. That's how Dave getting on the news came about. I realized I forgot to tell him about that dad thing.
Sorry. You not calling him Dean threw me off.
Yeah, right.
And now I got it. So it's, 2 weeks ago, I get home from something, doesn't matter. And Isaac's on the recliner and I'm kind of in a hurry and he's talking to me because something else has gone wrong with his truck. I mean, it's just one thing after another. I feel bad for him. He's having to shell out so much money to fix his truck. And so he's like, I could tell he's upset. He's like venting to me like, no, this thing happened. And after a while, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I am happy to like talk to you about this later, but Rachel's going to be here in 15 minutes. This is my window to poop. It's got to be right now. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it has to be right now. He's
15 minutes is ambitious for you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I let him
Let's be
talk
real.
for a while.
Yeah.
I let him talk for a while, and I was like, it's now or never. It has to be right. I got to cut him off. And so
gotta cut him off so you can.
Cut to pinch.
Yeah.
And I go in and I do my thing, and we do about 14 minutes worth of business. And like when
you're getting all your time's worth in there.
I'm gonna fill it up.
Yeah.
Parkinson's law.
Okay.
And right when I'm like flushing, leaving the door, washing the hands. Actually, I think I'm literally washing my hands when I hear Rachel come in. And I'm like, whew, just in time.
Okay.
Just did it.
Congrats.
And then I think Rachel's like, hey, Isaac. And she's like, where's Jake? And he's like in his room. And so she walks in and she goes, whoa. Hold on. Rachel, do you remember this?
What
Do you remember
kind of animal you got?
What kind of animal is that? She takes one step, into my room. She goes, whoa, it smells really good in here. And my heart, between really and good, I was just like ready to stay in the bathroom the rest of the night. I was like, just go home. Just go. I'll see you next week. But luckily, right when you walk in is where I have like a little wallflower. And I had a new like kiwi pomegranate going, I guess.
Dog.
Saved the day.
Wow.
Saved the day. Massive turnaround victory there. Real underdog story.
The old kiwi palm.
Underdog story.
Underdog story. Yeah.
And forgot to share that, but those are pivotal milliseconds between really and good.
It smells really good.
Yeah, she goes,
here.
whoa. I go, really? She's like, yeah, why?
Are you sure?
And Isaac, who's fully aware of the situation, is dying laughing on the recliner. He is laughing so hard out there.
You're like, well, come a few steps closer. Come over here. You really think it smells that? Yeah, that's funny.
It was awesome.
Kiwi pomegranate, really? You're a fruity fan.
Something like that. I don't know.
Good for you.
Actually,
funny.
speaking of fruits, yesterday I was walking around New York City. Rachel and I have been playing, well, I should say I've been playing a lot of games with Rachel whenever I'm gone.
Okay.
A lot of like visual games of like this morning
Connect
I sent her
Four.
a picture. What did you just Connect for?
Yeah.
I sent her a picture of all these different like options at LaGuardia Airport. And I was like, which one of these do you think I ate breakfast at? Fun visual game.
Oh, can I play with non-visuals?
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to win.
Okay. I would like to win.
Did Rachel get it right?
No, she guessed the opposite. She
Loser.
did not.
All right. I can't wait to beat Rachel. I can't wait to like laugh in your face like Scott laughs in everybody's face when he beats him.
Okay, well, I'll just let you look at the
Okay.
image and then you can read off the options.
Okay. We got Dunkin' Donuts. We got, what's that say? Hal's Essentials? Elps Essentials. ELPS maybe. I mean, that sounds like a thing you go to master school for. What are you going to I'm getting my ELPS.
It'd be nice to have the ELPS next to my name. I'll tell you that.
Zaro's
Picture
Family
that.
Bakery. I was concentrating on this. Hill Country Barbecue Sandwiches, Fried Chicken. That's got to be it. Green Leafs, Salads, Smoothies, and Sandwiches. Oh, Rachel like thought the best of you and thought you were going to Green Leafs, but really you went to Dunkin'.
Yeah, you have it opposite. Rachel
Dang it.
also guessed Duncan.
Oh!
I went to Greenleaf.
Good for you.
Greenleaf boy.
How was it?
Good. I got a blueberry flax smoothie. What's so funny?
Well, I was just thinking that was probably why you were in the bathroom, but that was a different time.
Why? Wait, what's flax?
I just feel like flaxseed it has a fiber in it, right?
Gotcha. Benefits of flaxseed.
Didn't have to look that one up.
up.
This is a question I can find.
Yeah.
Benefits of flaxseed.
Because these two people over here definitely they're high in the diet
Yeah, they are
realm.
eating more flax than we are.
Yeah.
I just think of holly flax.
Loaded with nutrients. High in
Nutrients.
omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3 fatty,
May help protect against cancer.
cancerous,
Rich
You're
in
wel-
fiber.
Cancer.
fibrous,
May lower cholesterol levels.
Cholesterol is.
May
cholesterous,
reduce blood pressure.
Blood pressures.
blood
May
pressure,
stabilize your blood sugar levels.
may stabilize the blood pressure list,
May help you manage your weight.
manage
Weightish.
list,
Versatile and easy to use.
versatility, and easy to use.
All of those said may.
Wait.
May.
Didn't really commit to
But it said high in fiber.
Hold on. What was the last one? Easy to use?
Versatile and easy to use.
In what way?
I like the
Use?
idea of some foods not being easy to use.
It's fun to consume,
Man.
but not easy to use.
Yeah, I don't know. That chicken is tough. Yeah, cut it. Hmm.
Not easy to use.
Dude, let's talk about food that's easy to use. I don't know. This is not bad. This is a bad transition, but
Try it again.
let's talk about flaxseed type foods. Like
Wait.
flaxseed's a type of food. Other types of food are like found at restaurants, so you know.
That was way better. I
Right?
think when Pam's like, I like to give Michael a second try. Totally nailed it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, anyway. Hey Jan, how you doing?
Yeah.
So I was trying to remember exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Like
Mrs.
Jan
Levitt.
Levinson, I presume. Still
me.
me. Hey Jen, how you doing? So anyway, we went to this restaurant. Mother's Day. We went. Catherine's like, Catherine.
Oh, you guys do Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Good.
we're America. you
My
know.
family has been doing that for a
Middle
while.
America. We decided to celebrate that. So no, but Catherine was like, I think we should do hibachi, like a Japanese steakhouse hibachi grill for Mother's Day. I was like, with all the kids, you think that's a good idea?
Sitting up at the hot stove
Yeah.
where the fire
She's
comes
like-
out. It looks like Iwo Jima in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's like freaking Iwo Jima on the other side of that stove.
Thanks for reinforcing the joke.
Yeah. No, but I just tried to like have like realistic expectations. But I was like,
Someone's going to choke on a shrimp.
I was like, because I can roll with the punches. I'm fun. Like I'm
You're
fun
fun.
loving with this stuff. Catherine gets more stressed, obviously, because she's the mom and she worries way more about the kids than I do, honestly. But like, and so I was like, just be prepared that the kids might have a terrible time. Is that okay with you? And she's like, I'm okay with that. I still think we should do it. And so we went, and first of all, we went to this one in Olathe. I think I told Scott about this. And right when we walk in, I was like, this was the wrong place to go. It just was like a C+ as far as like cleanliness goes. Like everything just felt a little sticky, a little bit like the Indian moss grass or whatever you're talking about.
Indian moss grass is what you think I said earlier?
Indian hemp.
Indian hemp, whatever.
Oh, Scott said that. Okay. I was just like, I said honeydew.
The Indian hemp. It felt like Indian hemp was all over these counters. But we get right in there. They take our order right away, which is that's a pro move for parenting, is like order right away so you can get going.
Yeah.
And Hattie watching from afar is like, this is pretty cool. We were like telling her, like, Hattie, it's like these chefs, kind of like in Ratatouille, 'cause she loves that movie. She was really excited about these chefs having these hats and everything.
That's fun.
And then they get over to our table and they're like, okay, and there might be a little bit of fire going. And they, they throw the, whatever that liquid is on there and take a match. And, hey, what? And right when it happens, that's what they sound like. That's what they do. They make syllables like that. Do they not? Like, I was there 2 days ago. That's what they do. That's what they do. Don't act like this is like some offensive thing. That's what they do.
You made a lot of noises this episode.
And so anyway, they're doing it, and like the fire, goes up 4 feet in the air, and Hattie is terrified. Like she's so scared. She's like burying herself in Catherine. Like,
oh no, Hattie's the one?
Oh,
who
yeah.
can't handle it? Oh
and
no.
Bo's like, I think Bo's just like not smart enough yet to really know. So he's just like, just looking around like, whoa. He was really excited that I had a drink. Like I got a Shirley Temple, and he's like, I want that drink.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Hattie's freaking out, but then like she kind of gets it down, because I told her like we're gonna have rice, and she loves rice. So it's the little things, and so they like give her some rice, she's loving it, and then they go around to throw the shrimp at everybody.
This is
the classic.
This is what I said.
And we're at we'll call it shortstop and third base in the lineup. Like, so Catherine's the very last person to go, and this woman,
Catherine's on third.
Catherine on third.
Okay.
Yeah. So the very first woman's like, I'm allergic to shellfish. I didn't buy it. I was like, she just doesn't want to embarrass herself. She's Mother's Day, like, good for you. Thankful for mothers, but you're a liar.
Mm-hmm.
But they go around, because it's like this family, like family of four, and then there's us on the other side. Family of four all goes, and then they like, all right, big man, throws it to me. I missed the first one. I'm not great at this. I'm not proud of I'm not proud of this part of my life. And so I missed the first one, catch the second one. I'm like, okay, 1 for 2 is not bad for me. Like,
breakfast ball. Yeah,
I know my own standards here. And they go to Catherine, and I think Catherine in another life could have been a professional shrimp catcher. I think back in the day,
you should put her in a pro-am tournament, maybe.
We've thought about it.
Yeah.
But just this stage of life,
the kids.
We're thinking about probably 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
When the kids can kind of fend for themselves a little bit more. No, but they throw the first one at Catherine, and I feel like it was a bad throw. Like, this guy's kind of just nonchalant.
Let's say it was skee ball. What score is he getting on the throw?
It was like way outside and then swooped down. So it was like the lowest score.
10.
Yeah, it was a 10.
Okay.
Second throw, I'll say that one was pretty accurate. We'll call that 50. Like, well, is that, I don't know what the scoring is in skee ball.
That's great.
Okay. Catherine still didn't catch it.
Okay.
And then third one, I feel like it was a pretty good throw. Catherine still I think it maybe hit her forehead or something.
Almost.
And so she's on third base. So they're like, we're going to keep going until we catch one.
On Mother's Day?
And so, he keeps like breaking the shrimp out in the smaller pieces. And he's got one more piece left. And, it was kind of a little bit of
good for Catherine for giving it 4 tries on this.
And there was kind of a little bit of like silence, a little bit of a hesitation. And he's like, all right, here we go. And he throws it to her, and it just nails her in the cheek, like right on, and just falls off. And I died laughing. I thought it was the funniest thing. And like throughout the night, every 15, 20 minutes, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that was so funny when it hit you in the face.
Except
4 times.
It makes a little bit of a noise each time, too,
and she kind of lunged for it, and missed. And, oh man. And then probably the 4th time I made fun of her, because she's not very sensitive. She just goes, okay, I think that's enough.
Probably good.
It was like she kind of snapped out of it. Like, okay, all right.
It's still Mother's Day.
I was like, Catherine, we're laughing together, right? She's like, we were. It's not anymore. So please stop. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, it was, but the visual of that last time, because it was like, you got to get the last one. The 4th one, no one gets 4 tries.
Yeah.
I mean, just because the lady on first was shellfish allergic, so she wasn't. And it's like, here we go. and just the miss. And, you know, Hattie still talks about it like, oh man, dad caught a shrimp in his mouth. But anyway,
That sounds fun.
it was really fun.
Rachel,
And
we should go. I want to, yeah. 2 thumbs up.
I would love to go. I'll go with you guys if you ever want to go. Because I'll pay so much. I'll pay for your guys' food if you can get me and Catherine to go, just so I can watch Catherine do that again. It was so funny.
Rachel, is it cool if Brad comes too? He kind of invited himself.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay. Brad, you can come.
Great, yeah. I'm not against it. So anyway, Mother's Day was great. Yeah, just
I got to work on my mouth-eye coordination before we go. I don't think mine's that great.
I think there is I studied the other tables after we went.
Good. Were there some 12-year-old boys over there?
I'll tell you what. There is a correlation between where you're sitting and how accurate the chef
Kind of like
is.
the batter's eye. Like you had a good backdrop.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. No, I mean, I was like pretty much straight on and Catherine was over to the side. So I think
You think there
there's
was like spin on the ball or something?
yeah. But anyway, but it was fun, man. Yeah. Bo loved it the whole time. I think Hattie was like, I'll go back again in my life, but not too many times because I'm kind of scared of the fire. I was like, that's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Good assessment.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a fun time.
Brad, would you like to participate in another visual fun
Yes.
Jake's Away?
Yes,
So Rachel
yes.
will play a game. All right. So this is why I brought this up in the first place. But this was a drink that I got from Shake Shack yesterday. Manhattan,
Okay.
New York City. There are 3 fruits and only 3 fruits
Okay.
in this drink.
Okay.
For everyone listening at home, it is, how would you describe this color, Brad?
I would say it's like if a Mountain Dew got left with ice in the cup outside in 90-degree day for 45 minutes.
Okay.
So it's pretty electric yellow, but not like as electric
It's
as
a little deeper green.
yeah.
Yeah. Looks like what hit me in the face this afternoon, honestly. It's this color.
Okay.
Which 3 fruits, you guys
Lemon?
know?
Really? Okay. Lime?
Yes?
Okay.
Way better than Rachel already.
Stink it.
Stinking.
In my top 3, so stink it. Okay, lime, mango,
No.
lime,
Thank you for repeating the answer each time.
lime, pineapple,
No.
lime, guava,
No.
lime, passion fruit,
No.
lime.
I was gonna say passion fruit.
I'm trying to think of other fruits.
Everyone listening right now is like,
Apple.
yes.
Okay, lime, apple,
Yes.
grape,
No.
lime, apple. These are all 3 fruits, right?
All 3 will be fruits.
Okay, lime, apple,
Y'all out of fruit? No banana. Wrong.
I know the fruits. Banana, orange.
No.
Dang, banana, lime,
Yes.
apple.
Yes.
Pear.
Nope. No pear.
No, it's definitely a pear. Stop. Lime,
You can't even think of
apple.
fruit.
I can too. Plum.
Plum.
That's not a plum. I guarantee
It's
it's not
no
a plum.
plum. No plum. It's a plum. It's not a
It's a plum. Lime, apple, strawberry. No.
No.
No, any kind
the
of
whole
berries.
reason I thought of this is because we were
Ginger.
talking about one. Wow, it smells really good in here.
Kiwi.
Yeah. Scott's acting like he said it all.
Kiwi. I've eaten a kiwi before.
Why
That's the crazy thing about it. I know what kiwis are.
Why did I think of that? Ah.
It's kind of like when you like don't know the outline of a state. It's like, oh, South Dakota. I've heard of that.
I've seen it.
Oh.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
Right.
Oh man.
Anyway, that's kind of a fun game. You guys play fun games.
All the time.
Are you guys still wordling?
That's a bummer you brought that up. Rachel missed another one and she's devastated. Missed it today. Missed her second Wordle ever.
Ouch.
So yeah. You even text me. She's like, I'm sorry if you would like to no longer go steady with someone who can't even get Wordle right. And I'm thinking about it. That's the text I got when I got off the plane. I was like, rough scene.
Really?
Might go back to New York. Yeah.
And you're still 100%.
Yeah.
I would say that's more the anomaly than not. Like that you have gotten them all right. That's probably way more rare than somebody's missed 2.
Okay.
I think.
You think I'm on?
Like, I don't think you're an idiot, Rachel.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think you're just fine.
Yeah, Rachel has high standards.
What was the word? Was it like a tough word?
We had different words today, which was interesting. So mine was gecko. when we have an inside joke about gecko. So I was excited for Rachel to get it. And then what was yours?
Mine was Butch.
Butch.
Yeah, and she said it like this. Mine was Butch. Like the most dainty, like girly way possible.
Which it's
I'll tell you what, mine was Butch.
It's the opposite of like Dwight, like the irony of Dwight spelling Phil you're wrong in front of the whole class. It's like if you're going to get a word wrong, you'd want it to be like,
Yeah, something that you have.
Butch. Like,
I've never even heard that word.
I don't even know what that means.
Sorry.
Yeah. I can't get words I don't know.
Exactly. I didn't play softball as a kid.
I wore a bow in my hair for volleyball.
Sorry, yeah.
I didn't play softball as a kid. So yeah, you miss Butch, but it's not the worst word to miss. So, let's see, what else did I do this weekend? I went my Saturday and Sunday. I did stuff, but they were very different. Saturday, I finally did my taxes in a Starbucks in Delaware.
How fun!
Which
Delaware is like the big tax state.
That's
you know
what
that?
Trey was giving me a hard time. He's like, "Do you know that just doing them in Delaware doesn't give you any tax benefits?" I was like, "Oh, dang it! I was going to go to the Cayman Islands next year
you'd
to
be
do my
good.
taxes."
Yeah.
I thought that's how it worked.
What if?
Oh shoot!
You see all these people like vacationing in April, like,
You're like, I know why you're here.
Yeah.
yeah, the tax tourists,
Right,
That's what
yeah.
they call us. But yeah, I finally got around to that. May 8th, May 7th, and
it's just gonna be okay, like doing it late.
I don't know. I was kind of waiting for a prompt like, "You're aware it's after."
Yeah,
and
there's a 5% commission fee.
Yeah.
There
were a couple prompts that were like, "And you agree to pay this by April 18th?" And I go, "Yeah."
Sure, yeah. 2022. Oh, we'll pass that. But
Shoot, it didn't say a year.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, I was like, if TurboTax doesn't know we're past April 18th, what am I going to do? Email them? Like, you had a prompt wrong? I just said
Fair.
yes. No, I absolutely will pay you by then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, paid it, but it sucked. I was like, texting Rachel, and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
You're
there's
cool
only
with
3
peanut-
fruits. I was trying to get 4 in there, but
I can
couldn't
only afford
afford it.
3.
Yeah.
You're cool with, peanut butter sandwiches, right? That'd be like a cute date.
Come on,
Wouldn't it? Like simple?
Just like with no lights on in the whole house.
Candle lit?
Yeah.
That's romantic.
No AC. Who needs AC?
You like it warm.
Rachel actually, she was saying she didn't turn on her AC in her car today. Is that
Did you
is
really?
that psychotic?
The heat index is 97 today.
Yeah, like my thermometer, like on the outside of our
didn't
house,
have AC in your car? Sun just beating down on you?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
and your car's black.
Yeah.
Easy, Black Bob.
Yeah, there's Black Bob and there's Black Mustang. Yeah. Your car's black. Does it have black interior?
Yeah.
You freak! Just kidding. That's crazy though. Yeah.
Cars get hot.
Cars get hot.
Real
Did you look that up? Hey guys, FYI.
I Googled
It's
it.
saying cars get hot. Okay. Anyway, no, but yeah, so Rachel's good with no AC.
She would be fine with candlelit, no
Yeah.
AC.
And she's not picky with her food, so you can
It's great.
peanut butter sandwiches are just fine.
But yeah, taxes, it was just pretty brutal. Like, I'm still like an independent contractor of Trey, so I don't pay any taxes year round.
Yeah, you are loaded for most of the year. Then all of a sudden
for
you're like, oh.
364 days, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then, when you find yourself in Delaware. So it was brutal. And so I'm trying to do all these like little things to like encourage myself. I'm like checking the Zestimate on my home. Like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
going up.
yeah.
That's going up.
And I told you the Zestment's usually like lowballing you.
Yeah, that's
So-
just realistic. Yeah. So it's like, good. And then I'm trying to remind myself, I'm like, Jake, you bought Bitcoin in like 2016.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
That's that you have that.
Sure.
All these different stuff.
Gas prices are going up. Who cares?
Don't need it.
Yeah.
And then two things happened within 24 hours. One happened right away. I'm like, nope, not gonna let this bother me. Got me a nice ice drink. Meant to text you about it. Forgot. Been
Dude.
loving ice drinks.
Right?
3 out of the last 4 days about ice drinks. They're so good, dude.
Lucky
I've been
dog.
missing out.
Right?
I've been missing out.
Right? I told you. Episode 1, I told you.
They're good, dude.
I get so excited. Like Scott knows, like even in high school, like Scott would be like, dude, Ben Rector's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been telling you that for like 2 years. Anyway.
So, but it's a nasty day in Delaware. It's been raining all day. I even talked about it when I got up, like on stage, and I was like, love Delaware today. I mean, just 12 straight hours of rain, and everyone laughed. I got tagged in a lot of stories that night. We're like, sorry you had to endure this awful day in Delaware. So it was pretty crappy, but I'm walking and something happened to me. Actually, let's see if you can guess it. Something happened to me. Here's the context. It's
Lime.
rain. Dunkin' Donuts. So yeah, that's the context of the day. That's what's happening.
Okay.
And something happened to me while walking back to the theater that I've only seen happen in movies.
What do you mean walking back to the theater?
Like I'm walking from Starbucks where I did my taxes, walking back to the theater where I'm going to do
Pre-show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I'm going to do the show later tonight.
And then what'd you say? Something happened?
Something happened to me that's only ever happened in movies.
Oh, wow. That's a fun thing. What's your guess?
Scott, is guess?
Somebody was driving and hit a puddle and splashed.
Yes, he
No
got it.
way!
Yes. So I just paid all.
Say it again.
Scott got it right. Someone was driving next to a puddle. I'm standing on the sidewalk. I just get doused with puddle water after I just paid, 4 times more for taxes than ever in my life combined.
You were just
I'm just like, whoa, okay.
Okay, Delaware. Okay.
Yeah.
I see why everyone's headquartered here, but no one actually works here.
Yeah.
Like,
I couldn't
how
believe just
bad
back
was
to
it?
back.
Like
It-
head to toe?
It wasn't like brutal. It wasn't like I'm soaked
Did you
or
have to
anything.
change?
I wasn't going to like wear those clothes to perform it
Okay.
anyway, but I was like definitely excited to change out of those.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I'm just like, ooh, okay, back to back, but it's fine. It's still fine. And then the very next day, so 24 hours later, I see a headline come across, not even my phone. I see it come across Times Square because that's how big of a headline it is. It says crypto crash like we've never seen. I was like, good. Okay.
All right.
More like Butch coin. All right.
Oh boy. Hey, that's okay. Buy the dip.
Yeah, it
Invest
really
more.
was fine. It was more just like, oh, that's funny how these things happen. I'm not actually like upset necessarily. It's
Yeah,
like,
like it's not like a majority of your money is in Bitcoin or anything.
no, it was just like,
Yeah.
it was fine. But yeah, that's that was my weekend.
You're
So
like walking, raindrops keep falling on my head is playing. You're like, oh, okay.
it really was raining. It's like an umbrella would be nice, but I could kind of like run and then like run to an awning and then like run
Sure.
to an awning. And
Yeah.
I was going awning to awning and then I mistimed a sidewalk. Honestly, they didn't have their blinker on. I didn't know they were turning right. So it's like time to scoot. And then they
Okay.
turn. I was like, oh, I guess we're turning to Delaware. No blinker. And then boom, water in my lap.
That stinks, dude.
But no, it
That's
was
one
fine.
of those times where I wish I were traveling with somebody else.
Yeah, they would have been like, oh,
Because you can laugh together for like 4 or 5 times before it's like, okay, it's not funny anymore. Okay, stop laughing at my puddle. All right, whatever.
Puddle City. It was Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh man.
So
Okay,
it was fine.
I have another story for you.
Cool. Go ahead.
Scott, have you ever heard of a baby? This is another birth control thing, parenting birth control.
Got it.
Have you ever heard of a baby mechanism called the Windy?
I've not heard of the word.
Oh man, dude. Okay, have you heard of the nose Frida?
Nose Frida?
Okay, the nose Frida you would actually love.
Is Frida like the woman?
Rachel, you heard of it?
No.
I
Oh,
felt
Lucy's gonna love it.
doing that to Palmer.
It's like it's kind of like
evil torture device.
It's like spanking. It hurts you more than it hurts them.
It doesn't hurt. It would just.
they hate it. Okay, so the nose Frida is awesome.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what it is
So
now.
the nose Frida is this. It's like this little thing. Basically, it's like the answer to like kids can't blow their nose.
oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's not the squeezer.
It's not the Patch
It
Adams
is.
thing.
It is this. It's like this straw basically that you connect to your mouth, and then like, but there's like a block in there, and so it blocks
Are you siphoning out snot?
100%. It's a snot siphoner. Yeah, no, genuinely. Like, so
Is
you.
there not like a blocker?
No, there is a blocker.
Oh, okay. So it can't go into your mouth.
Of course not.
Oh, I
But
thought it was
it-
just straight straw.
But you are worried every time, like just a little bit. Like, were you ever worried, Scott, the first time you did it? Like,
I was gonna say
I don't
it's
think
not.
this is gonna happen, but yeah, if it's not
Wait, so
phlegmatic
how
enough,
do you like get air out without it being a fully blocked thing? Is it like a strainer?
Scott, yeah. Oh, look at how happy the kid is. Scott's showing him right now.
That kid's exuberant about
So,
the
I
snot
mean-
suck.
Yeah, you're shoving it up there, like you shove it, and then there's like they hate it. They absolutely hate this thing.
How important is blowing your nose? I feel like I'll go all winter without blowing my nose
Well,
that
when they have
much.
a cold and they can't breathe out of their
Imagine
nose.
having a stuffy nose and never being able to get anything out.
Hot shower.
Get out of here. Yeah, we just throw the baby in the shower for a few hours. Anyway, nose Frida. The only reason I asked about that is because I think that this Windy product, look up Windy next.
How do you spell it?
Windy, I believe.
Windy City.
It's from the same company. I would like actually for Scott to read the directions honestly on it, but basically, Rose was constipated for like 3 days in a row,
Oh no.
and like
you
when
go
a-
from the top floor to the basement.
when a baby's struggling, like it's just like you could just tell, like just like the whole time, like they're just like aching, and just like you watch it, and it's like I feel so bad for you, and so this thing
Get her some
literally.
flax.
So I think the directions on it. Can you find the directions? I think it says something like insert it like you would insert a rectal thermometer.
I know. Say no more.
Right.
I know how to do that.
We've all done that because we're from
How do you think
1945.
how do you think I tested for COVID?
Yeah, step one.
Massage belly gently downward towards rectum.
We do massage. Yeah, we did massage.
Lubricate windy tip. We suggest coconut oil, but any lubricant works.
We use coconut oil.
We suggest this, but anything will work.
Easy to consume.
Use the stuff from that Snot Straw earlier.
Yeah,
that should lubricate it.
Lift legs and have a diaper ready. Trust us. It could get messy.
Ah, windy. So
Gently insert windy and listen for the gas to pass. It will sound like a whistle, and within a few seconds.
So you're not.
Step 5. Discard windy.
Dude.
Oh, so there's no poop. You're just getting gas out?
Brother, there's poop. Is there poop?
Okay, the directions over here are talking about a whistle, and you're acting like Iwo Jima.
Step 6 is discard. Okay, discard is a nice way of saying there's stuff in there. All right, get it out.
I have no.
So you stick it in there, in where you would put a rectal. Why
You're having trouble. Yeah.
Rectal thermometer.
No.
I know. And the rectal thermometer area, we'll say, and genuinely, like after like 3-4 seconds, all of a sudden it's like. You remember those vortex footballs back in the day?
Yeah.
Like, that's what this was like. It was like, and like we were using it. We're like, I don't think it's working. All of a sudden, it's like, and then, dude, like it didn't work. And we're like, well, this is a load of crap. Like, so much for target pickup.
Next thing you know, you've got a load of crap.
Catherine goes, I'm gonna try again, and then didn't work. I'm gonna try again, and like she's like, this will be the last time. Third time, didn't work.
It's like the shrimp. Fourth try.
Yeah. She tried 5 times. I felt so bad for Rosie. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Just like another. When you say try again, it's like another insertion, basically.
Boom.
Was
Yeah.
she like, maybe I don't.
She was trying the ATM one more time.
Yeah.
You know?
No, this card. There's money on this card.
Right, I know
Can you run it again?
Maybe the pin is this.
I might run it
Ding,
as
ding,
credit.
ding, ding.
Run it as credit.
And so, bro, like, and Catherine, like, I don't know. She has this motherly instinct about her. Like, she could tell. She's like, you're getting there. You're getting there. And dude, it was freaking Iwo Jima times 50, dude.
Okay.
It was like you know, like at McDonald's they have
Hiroshima.
like the ketchup things, and like every once in a while they just don't stop going. It was like that, dude. All of a sudden it was like, there is something
That's
coming.
3 days worth.
Yeah, it was wild.
Hold on, another analogy for you. The Andy's ice cream machine. You seen that? You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
very fair. That's very
yeah.
fair.
You're like, wow, it just keeps coming, huh?
But the Andy's ice cream goes like this, real slow down the conveyor
and
belt.
you saw a kind of a faster.
Imagine like F1 version of Andy's ice cream.
I mean, it's whistling. So
And I mean, it just like boom right there, dude. It was just right there.
what did you have prepared to catch it?
Catherine had a diaper right there.
Okay.
It was like right when that happened, and I'm not like that grossed out by things. Like this is my 3rd time being a dad. I sprang up. I've never jumped that quickly, and I ran to the door of our room. I was like, oh no, that is gross. And then I think I left the room, and Catherine's like, she did it 3 more times after that.
Huh.
So if anybody's out there and their baby is having trouble with their gas, the windy works, guys. That's all I have to say.
Dude. I
But
mean,
birth control.
could our weekends have been any different?
I mean, I'm just trying to find the basement McDonald's. And seriously, dude, it was wild. So yeah, there was that.
That's beautiful. I was performing at a place called The Egg, and you were finding out what happens when you fertilize an egg.
Right. Oh man. So yeah, that was that.
Wow.
So yeah, check it out. Windy.
All right, Wendy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think what else I did this weekend. We had a day off on Saturday.
Which is rare on
Yeah,
tour.
we've never done this before. I think they're like, enjoy the city. It's 42 and rainy.
Fun.
Go nuts.
That's New York in May though. You know? Just like on Friends. you know?
It won't be humid indoors.
Did you see
there's
Ross
that.
and Rachel?
So I did not want to like figure out like Ubering into the city because our hotel was in like the Meadowlands. We were right next to the stadium where the Jets
cool.
and Giants play.
Uh-huh.
But also
Nick Mingle.
It's okay.
Nick
no?
Mangold.
Nick Mangle.
Yeah.
They said Big Bingle.
Big Bingle.
Big Bingle. One of the other things, 4 minutes away is a place called American Dream. You ever heard of this?
Mm-mm.
I have not.
White picket fences everywhere.
Yeah.
Just a
stay-at-home
traditional
mom.
gender roles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Mad Men all over the place. Yeah.
It is I learned that it is the second biggest mall in America. It has North America's largest indoor water park inside of it. It has a ski/snowboard slope inside of it.
What?
It has roller coasters inside of it. It is amazing. So this is all right next to us. Like, I know what I'm doing on my day off. So going there, and it was really fun. For one, just I am so just quite honestly not used to seeing diversity. This is the most diverse place I have ever seen. I mean, every race, every shade of color. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Just got to experience that for like 4 hours. But dude, we get there, we get dropped off, and we're going up an escalator. And I wish you could have filmed my face in this moment, because as I'm going up the escalator, music is getting louder. It's like boom, 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 and it's getting louder and louder. And as we start to see things, we see little Asian kids running around us, just like running around, and the music is getting louder and louder and louder. We have taken an escalator in the middle of like a Malaysian fashion show for children. I don't know why the escalators are there. I don't know why they put us there, but we were just in the song. Do you remember like in 2017 or so, I used to do an Instagram story almost every day to the same Tiesto song. It was, this is going to be really random, but I feel like you remember really weird things about me.
Chainsmokers.
No, it was before I did that little like trend. Anyway, it was that song. So it's like, wow, I used to love this song.
What song? How does it go?
I don't know. It's an
You're
EDM.
great.
I'm not going to
You're a
sing
good singer.
along to an EDM song.
Come on.
It would be like boom, zim, boom, boom, you know?
Yeah. That one.
No, but anyway, that was special. Yeah. And all day long,
What
they were
in the
just
world?
like an international, like kids, the pageant show.
You posted this on your Instagram story, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, I got to hear about this.
Yeah. So basically just imagine like Harry Houdini, like a stage is bringing you up into the middle of it.
You were the trap door.
I was a part of the show. I
Were
think
you
for a
like
little bit.
enclosed? Like, could you get out?
We had to go like underneath the thing. There was a security officer at the top of the escalator. And I was like, I feel like this should maybe be closed off. I don't know how we got here.
How many
Anyway.
people were like actually viewing the fashion show?
Quite a bit more photographers. Like you would have fit in well with them. A lot of people photographing children.
Oh,
like
good.
some zoom
Yeah.
lenses.
Good.
Yeah, like really. I thought I heard the camera make a noise. I was worried about it.
There you go,
But
Scott,
Scott, please don't make noises.
Scott, please.
But that was really fun. And
Did you do any of the extravagant? Did you bring your trunks or your board?
It was really, really expensive. Oh, they had a wave pool in there. You could surf, but you couldn't. There were no like slots available. You had to like reserve a spot to like surf. You couldn't just go and show up.
Did you see anybody like? I'm more fixated on the idea of like a snowboarding slope. Like, did you see anybody like bringing their like Burton snowboard in there or something?
That was not open until like May 20th, so you couldn't do that. But once we got away from it, I mean, it's just like a circular mall with like a huge arm coming out of it. It's like that must be like the ski slope. It's just like going upwards to the sky. It's like that must be where the skiing is.
So is it brand new or is it like a seasonal thing that's not open until May 20th?
Seasonal thing, I think.
Because I was gonna say if it's brand new and it's the second largest mall in America, I would be like, what are we doing? Like, why are we developing the second largest? Like, we got to make it the biggest. If we're that,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like,
Yeah,
add a few more add a Burlington Coat Factory on the end of this thing. You know what I mean? Like off Broadway. You know,
you were just one Burlington Coat Factory short.
all you needed was like 4 more Cinnabons, brother, and you would have been there.
You were so
Orange
close.
Julius, you know, you would have made it,
You're
buddy.
so close. We played putt-putt and we kept saying like hole in one to get, they didn't have Annie Ann's there because I was really excited to get Annie Ann's,
sure.
but they had Wetzel's pretzels.
Oh yeah,
Which I never
the
heard
Northeastern
of.
Indians.
Yeah, it was really fun.
You never heard of it?
No, I never heard of Wetzel's.
Yeah.
But that was fun. And then, later that night, which I think I kind of texted you this, you're like, dude, how's your day? And I was like, I went to this huge mall and I've ordered alcohol wrong twice. The first time, Trey like still wanted it because Trey and Katie went to the city. It was like me and Alan who
Sure.
went to the mall.
Sure.
And
I love the idea of you and Alan.
yeah, it was
Like, I feel like you guys have really become buddies.
It was me, Alan, and then the girl who sells our merch.
Okay.
Just doing Blacklight putt-putt together. It was kind of weird.
Blacklight putt-putt.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that since like 8th grade. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
It was all right.
That's the most mall thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But so that night we go out to like this fancy dinner and I haven't, had much to eat. I had like, Wu Pang Chang for lunch. And so
sure.
I'm starving.
From Wetzel's Pretzels.
From Wetzel's Pretzels. Yeah. That's how I like the bread. And I'm starving. We get to this first place and it's like really fancy. It's really nice. And waiter comes over and he kind of takes some order and then he keeps coming back and he's like, all right, you guys all set? And Trey's like, yeah, we're all set. I'm like, when are we gonna order? Like, I'm so hungry. Turns out we were just getting drinks there,
Oh.
going to a separate place for dinner. But that didn't stop me in the meantime from trying to order a drink. So he comes over.
That's like the Michael Scott, like, you guys have any chicken wings or chicken fingers at the club? You know, like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
We don't serve food here. Okay, guys, have a cup of maraschino cherries.
Yeah, that was me. But the waiter comes over.
Okay,
He's
so-
like, all right, and what are you drinking? And I have the menu on my phone. And I'm just looking through all these things that barely make sense to me. And he's like, do you know what you want? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm in the tequila section. Like, I don't know. I typically like things that are like kind of sweeter or whatever. And he's like, okay. It was like Holly talking to Kevin.
Right,
Like
right.
that's a button.
You're
He was
cute
like-
little guy.
He was like, oh, so you're just in that is just straight tequila.
Yeah.
You're just looking at you're going to want a cocktail, bud, you know, whatever. I was
Bud,
like, oh,
listen, bud. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And everyone could hear me and making fun of me. And it's like, I don't know. I drink this like once every 2 months.
Right.
So then I'm like, oh, just take a margarita. And everyone made fun of that. Then we get to
That is kind of a funny thing because it sounds like it's like kind of a swanky place.
yeah. And I'm like, the only word I know.
I'll take the thing that I get at Applebee's, margarita.
And then we go to the restaurant where we're actually eating, and they're like, "Hey, they've comped us some wine, so we're gonna pick out some wine you want." I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Oh, I've been jonesing for a wine all day.
The only thing I like more than drinking wine is ordering it. I love. Hey.
Nothing like a good old fashioned glass of wine.
And so I pick out a wine that I like, and Katie, not trying to make fun of me, but just being genuine, goes, "Oh, that's my mom's favorite kind." And then Trey's like, "My grandma loves that stuff." And I was like, it was just like really sweet.
Moscato or
Riesling.
Riesling.
Yeah. And so then
That's
everyone is trashing me because they realized they're like, "Oh, all the old women love the wine you like." And I was
Dude,
like,
I would have fought for you. I would have been like, okay, shut up. He's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's fine. It's wine, you dorks.
when we make sheltered kid videos, he's the guy who plays the role.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing a bit. This is a bit.
He's performing off Broadway in 2 nights.
He clearly, I'm trying to think of even like the punchline of this joke. Like, he clearly really wants fill in the blank wine, but I don't know other wines.
Yeah, it's like he probably wouldn't want a peanut.
Yeah.
All right.
He's not a Pinot guy. Like, okay. Like,
Peanut de Noir.
yeah. He's
right.
allergic. Yeah. He's got a nut allergy, so he's not going to get the peanut. That's pretty funny. I'm sorry. I wish you would have just
I was just like the butt of the joke all night.
did you ever think about just owning it and be like, can I have a pink lemonade, please?
Oh, that's what I do. I mean,
Most of the
95% of the time, and I don't feel bad about it. But it was
Since
like,
it was comped.
it's kind of people's treat, and we're in New York City. I feel like, one time.
Yeah.
Do
New York
what everyone
City
else is
known
doing.
for the Riesling.
Yeah.
Right. Sex in the City, they do that all the time. Like, I want to be just like Carrie Bradshaw, So
Totally.
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And
I
once
was
again-
allowed to watch that back in the day.
Yeah,
for sure.
totally get that reference. It's a show I watched. So, yeah, just another example of us having similar weekends, Brad.
On Saturday, did you also attend a 2-year-old's birthday party? Because I did.
No.
Nope.
Was it your kid or you
It was
just
my
popping
kid.
in?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Bo. Hashtag Ball with Bo was the name of the party.
Oh, that's right. I got invited to this.
Yeah. Catherine's like, we need to have the theme is like balls. So like, what's like the tagline for that? And I was like, Ball with Bo, of course. She's like, that's great. Like, she was like so excited. Like, good. We have a tagline. Okay, now we can really get down to it. No, she didn't really think it was that big of a deal. But invited all 3 of these people in this room. 0 of them came. So Rachel had Mother's Day in Iowa. Scott had pickleball tournament, and Jake had comedy tour with Trey Kennedy. But no, it was fun. It was just one of those things where it's like we didn't take ourselves too seriously because it's a 2-year-old's birthday party. It was just like, let's just have our friends over and hang out. And we did have a little inflatable pool with like the balls from like a ball pit.
Fun.
Yeah. And the kids loved it. We had fun. And I think I was thinking about it. I think last week I said like every month we should have a garage sale just to like hone in our sales skills.
Yeah.
I still believe that. I also believe now I have a theory that every 3 to 4 months you should have a gathering like this at your house because it forces you to like clean like you've never needed to clean before. Like,
Yeah.
like it was one of those like classic like, jokes where it's like you're cleaning every single nook and cranny of this house, and we just hung out outside the whole time. Like it was a perfect like
You did clean the nooks,
70-degree
though?
houses. Yeah, oh yeah, and the crannies.
Do you guys split it up? Do you do the nooks and Catherine does the crannies, or how do you split that up?
No, we go room by room. So we go nook and cranny, playroom, all Brad. Nook and cranny, living room, Kath.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Well, but the top crannies, I'll go top crannies.
And she'll go bottom nook.
Yeah, she bottom nooks it. Yeah. No, but it's like, it was like a good, like we cleaned our house really well. So I think every 3 to 4 months you should have a event like that. And maybe every like 3 to 4 weeks, you should have just people over in general. Because that,
But
that
have
also,
a tagline.
Yeah. Like Riesling with the Richardsons.
Nooks and crannies with my frandies.
Nooks and crannies in my granny. You know, but just like something about like just getting your house a little more in order.
Fun.
And just like, because it doesn't take more than, an hour usually to clean your house.
And then you're very happy you did it.
Yeah, I mean the nooks and crannies take a little bit longer, but like
Sure.
the general organization. But it's like this looks so much better, So anyway,
That's how I felt with the car detailing.
yeah, exactly.
Also, tried to do that joke on stage. The people in Albany got to hear it. Just tried it. I was feeling it that night. It was
Which
going
specific joke? Oh, the to tip part.
If you guys don't know what's happening in my brain, the what kind of animal you got?
Oh yeah.
Tried to like do that whole thing.
What do you think?
Let's see. I
1 to
left
10.
Rachel a voice memo about it. I think mid voice memo, I had convinced myself it went better than original. Like it wasn't like I didn't crush it enough to be like, okay, that should stay in for the special. It was like, all right, let's keep that behind. I think I can work on that when we start the next tour. I'll
Okay.
keep that joke in.
As you were talking about it more, you're like, okay, I can rationalize. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's like
is pretty-
actually, I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
But it was just like a joke I'm doing for the first time ever. So
What a rush, though. Every time
it
you
is
do
kind
a
of
new
a
joke,
rush. Yeah, it's
you're
like,
like this could either go great.
I mean, I truly do not know.
Yeah.
You have no clue if this like if 1,000 people are gonna laugh or think it's funny or not. It's like, all right, I've got about 90 more seconds of this, so
Yeah.
I hope they like the first part.
I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of scary but fun. Should we listen to voice memos? We haven't done that in a couple weeks.
Holy cow.
Scott and Rachel won't really be able to hear, but we can. So
We'll decide what happens based on your reaction.
okay, yeah, try to
We'll
figure
try
it.
to guess what they said.
You ready, Brett?
Yep.
Hey, Jake and Brad, this is Corey from PA. I wanted to pile on the Google Maps grievances here. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you're like 100 feet away from the destination and Google Maps just like zooms out and
Yes.
it's like tells you that you arrived even though you haven't.
Yeah.
So I have to like memorize the house number so I can make sure I see that and know which driveway it is because all the houses are so close together. And I wish Google Map would just like keep the camera right behind my car so I know where I'm at. So anyway, that's annoying.
That's a good gripe.
Question for you guys. Who is keeping Long John Silvers in business? I saw one the other day and kind of forgot that they were a thing. So I'm just curious what you guys think on that. All right, that's what's up.
Wait. Hold on. There's so many things happening right now. Wait, did you actually hear, or do you think they actually heard?
No, they just probably heard us be like,
No, I think Scott actually did
I
hear
heard
it.
one question: who's keeping long?
Oh, he did hear it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he was actually answering.
I said Samantha Peck.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Really?
loves Long John Silver's.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's their chicken.
Hold on, Brad. Did you hear the last part? This is funny. I don't know.
I saw one the other day and kind of forgot
hold on.
that they were a thing. So I'm just curious what you guys think on that. All right, that's what's up.
I like that. I want more people. All right, that's what's up.
All right, so that was up.
All right, so that's what's up. Corey Fisher. I met him on a beach in Maui. Good to hear from you, Corey.
Wow, Corey Fisher.
Wowie.
Wow.
Yeah, good friends with TJ. TJ called me yesterday. It was really fun.
That's
He
awesome.
called me to say, he was like, dude, I'm back home. I'm in Pennsylvania. I almost came and surprised you.
Oh,
I'm calling to say the tickets were in my cart and they realized I couldn't pull it off. It would have been like a 7-hour round trip. I was like,
really, because on the podcast, I was like, somebody just go to New York City, like make it happen.
oh yeah.
I really wanted to have a success story there, but that would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Still good to hear from him.
He's a great guy.
it was fun to
Walk
be
and
on-
Love podcast.
Yeah, check him out. It was fun. We just chatted for like 10, 15 minutes and it was funny. He was explaining to his daughter, June, I think she's 7, what he was about to do that night. And she's like, he's like, you remember Jake meeting him? I'm going to go see him. And she's like, what's he going to do? And TJ's like, he's a comedian. And he realized she didn't know what the word comedian was.
Uh-huh.
And so we got to explain it to her. And it was funny hearing his perspective of it. He's like, it's super fun getting to like tell your kids something for the first time because they can't hide their expression.
Mm.
And he's like, I told her, I was like, he just stands up there on the stage and tries to make people laugh. And TJ's like, her head exploded. She thought that was the coolest job. And I was
Sure.
like, I'm going to remember that for a long time.
Yeah.
That is the coolest job. I just
Oh,
stand
yeah.
up there and try to make people
And
laugh.
her vision of it is probably so much like she probably thinks you're a clown, basically. Like you're up there just like,
Knock,
hitting yourself
knock.
in the head. Like, yeah, whatever.
He's up
Just-
there telling jokes.
just doing a weird dance move or something. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, to the voice memo, good Google Maps gripe. And
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever noticed that. That's interesting. I'll now notice it. Thanks a lot.
yeah,
Corey.
once they think you're there, they're like, all right, we're done. It's like, no, I'm still in the
No.
car. My car is moving. I was trying to find the house. He
Interesting.
nailed it exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Long John Silves.
Who's keeping him in business? The A&W fans are keeping them in business. I think everyone's giving Long John Silver's the credit, but it's the root beer floats.
You go to the root beer and like, I could use a hush pup.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you were thinking?
No, I was thinking like Long John Silver's. They have Long John Silver's and A&W in the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying like they're owned by the same people. No one's really buying the LJS. They're going for the root beer floats. They're going for the RBS.
I think there might be.
And they get IBS along the way.
Use a Windy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Not recommended on adults. Trust me.
Yeah, talk about cleaning the nooks and crannies.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't
wiping
know.
those baseboards. Anyway,
I don't know who's keeping them business.
apparently Scott's wife.
Scott's wife. I think there's a lot more pirates than we think exist. Like I
Really?
think just like modern pirates are going there and
Well,
like
Captain
enjoying.
Phillips really opened my eyes to that.
Yeah, and Captain Sully. Honestly, Tom Hanks.
Just anything Hanks is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. They've got to be going, attending, checking it out.
Maybe so. They're like, true story. There's a Long John Silver's like on Shawnee Mission Parkway, kind of near, like on my way home. And Catherine jokes about how like every single time there's like 5 cars in the drive-through.
Really?
And
Consistent.
I always like attribute that to the fact that it's probably really slow drive-through. Like I don't think like it's really that consistent of a thing. But maybe people are really going there a lot. So we went there back in the day.
I don't remember their chicken being bad. I don't want fast food fish.
That's
but
all I ever got was the chicken.
Yeah.
There.
Same gift.
yeah,
I,
good for Samantha.
what? How?
When?
Who? Like growing up, did you have such a lower standard of food?
I don't know.
No, you don't even have a high
Yeah.
standard of food. But like back in the day, like I used to love Applebee's. Like we went to Applebee's all the time.
Oh yeah,
And
you've been
now-
bringing this up. Yeah,
Have I brought it up?
you got to go to Chili's.
No, Chili's is still good. I've always thought, but like,
Okay.
but Applebee's I thought was good back in the day. I went like, and it was terrible. And I'm like, what's? Is it me or is it them?
What's up?
I'll just get a margarita, whatever. But like genuinely, I was like the same with Long John Silver's. Like, has it gone down in quality, or have I just had a little bit higher? Like, I'm going to McLean's now, so
Yeah, you go to McLean's Market.
I'm a McLean's guy now.
McLean's man.
Yeah, we have a Honda Odyssey. Okay, so we're doing all right. I mean, I have a yacht.
So I think I've done pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. I recognize this guy's name. I know he was at the Albany show. Let's hear from him, and then we'll end this sucker.
Hey, Jake and Brad, it's Ping Pong Nick. My wife, Krista, and I loved being able to hang out with you, Jake, after your show in Albany. Brad, we, of course, missed you
Same.
as well, but we'll have to wait patiently until you're able to go on tour with Jake and Trey. But as we drove home from the show, we saw a bunch of food truck vendors leaving Tulip Fest. And my question to you guys is, what is your go-to food vendor when you go to a fair? I love the podcast. Thanks for keeping me occupied on my long drives across New York State for work. And Jake, I look forward to playing ping pong with you next time you're in Albany.
That's
Nick. That's what's up.
Did you play ping pong with him?
No, when I met him after the show, he's like, dude, I DM'd you to play ping pong. I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't see it. I guess he had invited me over that day. He's like, if you're not doing anything in Albany today, you can come over and play ping pong. So I was like, I mean, next time,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
Next time you're in Albany.
I'll smoke you.
Yeah.
But that'll be fun. But yeah, it was great meeting him. There were a lot of ghosties at the Albany show. It was really fun to meet them. One of the couples drove 2.5 hours, 5 hours round trip to come to the show.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up. I feel like you've performed in enough places that are 2.5 hours away from Albany that they probably could have found a closer
We're
place.
like running out of geography. Yeah, I feel like we probably, yeah.
Huh. Okay, so he asked what? What did he say? Sorry, I forgot.
like vendors, like at
sure.
a fair or like a food truck.
I don't. You have an answer for that? I don't.
I was thinking about the fair recently because I had my first fried Oreo ever at the mall on Saturday.
What'd you think?
Not bad. So Ashley came back with two things. She came back with like a corn dog looking thing that was fried cookie dough. That was not that good, and nobody loves cookie dough more than me. So
It was a corn dog shaped though.
it was a corn dog, but it had cookie dough on the inside, fried cookie dough. That was not good. Fried Oreo was pretty good.
Okay. See, like I've never. I mean, contrary to like, I'm a big guy and I like lots of food, but I like eat like the idea of like frying things that aren't supposed to be fried is kind of gross to me.
That's
like,
why I've never had it.
Yeah.
I didn't even order it. Ashley brought it.
I've never been to the Texas State Fair, Ashley, though,
Ashley
like,
brought it.
we're just friends.
She made
We just cosmic golfed together as friends, okay? No, but like, yeah, I've never been to did you ever go to Texas State Fair when you were there?
Yes.
When you lived there? Was it awesome? I
Yeah,
feel
it was
like
great.
it's like the fair, like the state fair, best state fair. But
It was the fair.
it was like literally like, we're going to the fair.
When we said, yeah, it ended up being the fair.
People knew what we were talking about when I said we're going to the fair. I don't know. Walking tacos are good. No, there's like a fair in Olathe called Old Settlers every single year, and they have something called Grange pups, and they're like just like their own like proprietary Grange pups.
Oh man,
Grange pups are dope.
Glad I live in Olathe.
What?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, I think they're like iconic, but maybe not to the right. Maybe Mormons. It has caffeine in it. They have caffeine
it
in
might
in
be
the
kind
pup.
of a horchata kind of thing.
No, it's essentially just a really good corn dog. It's just like their own proprietary
Oh.
like breading around a hot dog.
Do they have turkey grain pups?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's hope not. Let's hope that
What are they
the world's
called
not
again?
going- Grange pups.
Grange.
Yeah, like home on the Grange.
Lagrange. It's easy.
Why would it not be home on the range?
I know. Is it? There's a pun.
What's Grange?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm not from here.
I don't have Google on my computer.
Think bad.
Grange.
Dogs?
Wait, why?
Grange pups. Golly.
Sorry.
Are you from Olathe?
Sorry.
Did you go to a racist sounding elementary school?
The delicious street food on a stick sold every September at Old Settlers Days in Olathe, Kansas.
Okay, but find out what Grange specifically. Right?
Scott's like, it says it's humid during the fair,
So like apparently in like warmer weather it's more humid.
and the Grange will be hotter.
Yeah.
No Grange yet. Okay, so Grange pups. That's your answer.
Yeah.
Mine would be at the Ozark Empire Fair. There was this vendor every year that sold their own root beer, and something about it. It was just magical. So everyone knew to get like a jug of their root beer.
What do you mean jug?
Jug.
No, like genuinely, what do you mean jug?
It could
Like, does it have like one of those little
It's got
handles?
yep. It's got enough to have a
Oh.
handle. Yeah.
It's like, how am I holding this thing? Like,
Yeah, like you maybe get 2 fingers in your jug. Yeah, it was really good.
That's great. Dude.
The Springfield people know what I'm talking about.
See, like root beer A&W. That's how people like
That's how long
A&W brings it. Like if they give you a frosty mug there, that sounds nice.
That sounds nice.
A&W on the way home.
It's deep fried like a corn dog, but there's no corn.
We're looking for the definition of Grange.
Just the word Grange.
How hard is it?
No, don't look it up.
I'm
Don't look it up,
literally-
Brad. Don't look it up. Delayed gratification. Make Scott tell you.
Dude, okay, let me follow up on the delayed gratification thing. Catherine goes, I listen to the podcast and I want to explain myself a little bit more. The example of like a phone book or a dictionary, like that totally makes sense. Like, because it's not on your phone. And I was like, oh, so like, just because it's on my phone, I can't access it. Like, she's like if you would have had a phone book around and you wanted to look up like Community Covenant Church, that's totally fine. You just can't do it on your phone. I was like, why? Like I sound like a grandma. Like,
And you're like,
I just don't trust those. Those things do. She was like, they do too many other things besides just look up, that. Like
that is kind of boomer, Catherine.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, shrimp face. She's like, what did I say? What did I say?
Yeah, you still got some egg on your face too. No, I was like, why? Why does it make a difference that it could do a million different things? But she's like, we're just too reliant on the phones. So
A country house with farm buildings attached.
There it is.
Did you just search Grange?
Just Grange.
Huh?
We'll teach them.
That takes a
we'll get
while.
there.
Yeah. A country house.
Okay. Okay. Country house. Grange pups.
Grange pups.
Very good.
Country house dogs.
Country house.
Whew.
Thanks for the voice memos.
Thanks for the voice memos. Brad, do you want to tell people about your review of the week?
I do. Mine is from iRoll is Lori backwards. And it says, Brad does make this podcast rad, and it's a 5-star review. I have only been a ghostie for a short time. Not sure if I'm still in the pledge state still or when the official initiation is, but this podcast is truly what's up. As an avid telecommuter maybe, for both work and school daily, I feel like I've earned a PhD in knowing, PhD FID? Well, how do you pronounce it? PhD?
Yeah, I think it's PH makes the f sound.
Okay.
Just make sure it's not like postpartum or something.
Okay,
I know you don't do great with
I feel like
acronyms
I've
and
earned-
reviews.
yeah.
It's some
I
sort
feel-
of depression, I think.
I feel like I've earned a
Post-
post hierarchy. Like it's like, man, I used to be a king and I am just slipping.
Oh, I heard you, but I'm trying. Is it there a word? Post
Posthumous.
But yeah, thank you. Yes,
That's one word.
post. What did you say?
Posthumous when you die.
Posthumous. Okay, yeah. So that's the thing. Posthumous depression.
Okay. But posthumous is one word. post.
Go on.
I feel like I've earned a posthumous depression in knowing what material to be good in a podcast and what needs to be left in the work in progress bin. Seeing the dynamic between Jake and Trey is great, but Jake and Brad is iconic. And that's what's up. Thank you for creating a safe place for this single mom to hear uplifting hamburger poop stories. Just wait for Wendy. And love for friends and family simultaneously. Thank you, Lori. That was very kind of you.
Lori.
We are iconic, Jacob.
That's cool.
That's what's up.
Okay. Mine is, this one's mainly for you, Brad, but I'll prop you up here. This is from BPW1518. Hey guys, been a fan of both of you for only a short time now, on episode 30 of Starting from the Beginning, but also making sure I keep up with the current episodes. I just wanted to say I'm a few short months away from becoming a midwife, and Brad and Catherine's birth story was one of the best stories I've ever heard. It sure hit the soft spot in my heart, hearing Brad while beaming ear to ear. It's a huge smile.
Huge.
Explaining how he delivered Miss Rose. I cried like a little baby when reflecting on my own life. Holy cow. 2 babies at the same time. One's crying, one's in a puddle. Being in a birth is the most amazing and rewarding experience. I truly appreciated his excitement. I look forward to many more births I'm a part of. And of course, listening to many more episodes from both of you. Much love, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon.
That one was from Shannon. Brad, would you like to end this episode with a voice memo?
No. You didn't.
That was not on purpose. Would you like to end this episode with a jingle? What's wrong with me?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
My goodness. Okay.
Scott, you want to get on with this?
Get on with this?
It's not EDM. It's not for Scott.
How much is in Portuguese? Is it playing? Can you hear it? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you were done, so I faded it out.
No, yeah, I was done.
You looked exhausted.
I was done.
Great work. Good performance. Volume just as high as ever. Great work. That's a fun song.
That was a good one. Here's the funny thing is that I don't know who wrote this. Somebody texted me. We've texted back a few different times. The first time they ever texted me, they said, "Hi, Brad." And I said, "Hi there." They said, "How's your day? Love the podcast, BTW. Is this really Brad Ellis?" I didn't respond for a long time. And then they texted me a few other times, and then they just texted me this jingle. I'm going to say, "What's your name?" And let's see if they respond by the end of this episode.
11:15 at night.
11:17.
Hey, what's your name?
What's your name?
I think my number leaked or somewhere. I've been like sharing with Rachel. I've been getting all these texts. Like someone yesterday was like, "Hey, Jakey Poo." And I was like, "What's up?" And then it was just like a selfie of a 12-year-old.
Honestly, I know exactly who did it.
Oh, really?
Lewis freaking Davis.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, people just DM'd him probably, and he's that kind of guy that just gives out your number.
People DM'd Lewis, and they were like, "Hey, need Jake's number."
I think it's ironclad. My theory. Everything leads back to Lewis.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know.
Tony.
Might be Tony.
Donde está? Hey, good episode. Brad, good jingle. Good
Thank
job
you.
whoever wrote that. This is fun. Yeah, another big week. Yeah, the special, I guess it's already happened now, but
Which
that's
is
coming
crazy.
up. What do you
Just
have
to say
coming
that
up?
out loud.
I know,
The
right?
special has come out.
I know.
Special-
I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I'm like already, I'm nervous.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be there, right, Rachel?
Yes.
Rachel and like every woman in her family is going to be there.
We tried it.
We tried.
I went to Topgolf this morning by myself. And
Dude, nice.
yeah, it was really fun. Honestly, I loved it by
Yeah.
myself. But Scott was like, I have too many meetings. I can't cancel them. I was like, I'll see you there, Scott. I'll see you there. So I bet if I book a ticket to Chicago, Scott will come with me.
Okay.
Right? Scott will come. Anyway, are you more nervous about the special or the fact that every woman in Rachel's family is going to be there?
More about the special.
Okay, good.
But
Good answer.
because I met all the other ones except for Jilly Bean.
Oh, she's coming.
Yeah.
Jilly Bean's a
Sister-in-law's
in-law.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if she doesn't approve, Rachel's gonna be like, okay, but you go by Jilly Bean. So just kidding. I know she listens to the podcast, so we love you, Jilly.
J Bean.
J Bean.
Hey, we should go to the Bean. It's in Chicago.
I was
Yeah.
like, with Jilly Bean.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great. Let's do it.
What do you have coming up, Brad? What are you excited about?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do know what I'm doing tomorrow. Jean shorts.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm going to the beach at the end of the month.
Which beach? Any of them?
I got a family birthday party coming up. I think we're going to Gulf Shores, Alabama. We're driving there, so I'm kind of looking forward to it, but also like We're driving there with 3 kids. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything like crazy.
That's great.
Just a lot of, just
you
a
got
lot
a family
of
birthday party. You're on the beach.
I have summer to look forward to. That's what I'm just warm weather.
Yeah. Sticky face.
Yeah.
I
just
feel
love it.
It's great.
All right. We love you guys.
Cool. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast.
Yes. Thanks for joining us in the audience.
Scott and
We
Rachel.
had an audience.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We'll see you guys next week. Love you, Kat.
See you guys.
Ghostrunners.